So let's start with our 2025 WNBA MVP, and that has to go to the one and only Caitlin Clark.
Is Caitlin Clark the 2025 MVP? The basketball world is abuzz with speculation that Caitlin Clark will dominate the WNBA season like never before. After a rookie year filled with constant double teams and face guarding, insiders claim Clark has completely transformed her game during this extended offseason. Wilsone and other stars are visibly frustrated by these early MVP predictions, and there's likely more behind their reactions than meets the eye. The evidence is clear. Clark has built up her physique, refined her skills, and earned coach Stephanie White's full support. This emerging prophecy has both fans and league veterans taking sides. Let's break down why these MVP predictions might actually come true.
I truly think that this second year for Caitlin Clark is going to be like nothing we have ever seen. She has had an entire offseason to train, to get into the gym, to work on things that she struggled with during her rookie season.
Last year's struggles. Let's be honest, Clark faced a lot of physical challenges last year. Every time she hit the court, opponents had a single goal: make her life miserable. Double teams, face guarding, and physical defense that bordered on bullying were standard practices. Despite all that, she still managed to shine.
Being double teamed, the physicality was like nothing that she ever saw.
Critics and frustration. You could see the frustration on her face. Critics were quick to suggest she wasn't cut out for the physicality of the WNBA, claiming that the jump from college to pro play came too soon for her. And to be honest, last year didn't start well for her. Her team struggled right out of the gate. As Clark tried to find her rhythm, the Indiana Fever began to slip, with losses stacking up and no momentum to turn things around.
She went into her rookie year after coming off a very long college career. She had a couple weeks off, then went straight into the WNBA.
A major transformation. But something changed over this offseason that no one saw coming. Remember how Clark went silent on social media for weeks? Now we know why. She was completely focused on rebuilding herself. The physical changes are evident in recent footage. Clark has gained significant muscle, strategically developing her body to handle the contact that gave her trouble as a rookie.
She has had an entire offseason to train, to get into the gym, to work on things that she struggled with during her rookie season. We have seen from the photos, from the videos, from the workouts that she has put on quite a bit of muscle, so it seems like she is taking all of these things so seriously.
A methodical approach. Clark's approach to improvement was both methodical and thorough. She identified exactly where she needed to improve: strength, core stability to maintain balance through contact, upper body power to finish drives, and lower body strength to create separation from defenders. In recent training videos, we see her absorbing contact that would have sent her off balance last season, while staying composed and delivering pinpoint passes in tight spaces.
It seems like Caitlin has been in the gym every single day, and if she wasn't in the gym, she was either golfing or doing some sort of speaking engagement.
Tactical growth. This physical transformation set the stage for her tactical growth. Clark spent countless hours studying film of every defensive scheme used against her last year. She developed counter moves for every defensive tactic, learned new techniques to create space against face guarding, found ways to split double teams, and discovered passing lanes that weren't available before. Like a chess player, Clark now has a solution for every defensive move made against her.
And not to mention the new team that Indiana has now. The Indiana Fever did incredible in free agency, and now Caitlin Clark is surrounded by not just a couple great players, the entire squad is finally full.
The power of time. One huge advantage Clark had this time around was the luxury of a full offseason. Unlike last year when she transitioned straight from college to the WNBA with barely any time to rest, this year she had months, not weeks, to focus entirely on her development. The difference is night and day.
We saw the kind of numbers, points, assists, things that she was doing led her team to the playoffs that she did in her rookie season. With all of that, now just think about her having an entire off season, all of this time to train. She knows how she needs to adapt.
A near impossible Clark. The buzz around basketball insiders is that we're about to see a nearly unstoppable version of Caitlin Clark. With her new strength, she'll finish through contact rather than getting knocked off balance. Her elite shooting will become even more dangerous, as defenders won't be able to push her off her spots. and her playmaking will flourish when she's able to hold her ground against tough defenders.
See, they're not going to come into this year losing like they did last year. This squad that they didn't put with Caitlin is amazing. So the winning will be there, right? I believe their winning percentage will be way higher than it was at the beginning of last year. And Caitlin Clark will have so much, she will have her fingerprints all over those victories.
How will she look on May 5th? The real question is, how different will Clark look when the season kicks off on May 5th? Will her opponents even recognize the player they thought they had figured out? Like a phoenix rising from the ashes of rookie struggles, Clark has transformed from someone who was pushed around to someone who will be doing the pushing, positioning herself for an MVP caliber sophomore campaign.
Sticking with the Indiana Fever, my prediction for Coach of the Year is Coach Stephanie White. It felt like when she got to Indiana, there was an immediate shift in the culture and the seriousness of this Indiana Fever franchise and organization and team.
Cultural shift. While Clark was busy in the gym, something even more revolutionary was happening behind the scenes. The moment Coach Stephanie White stepped into Indiana, everything changed. What we're witnessing is an entire organization being rebuilt from the ground up with a focus on creating the perfect environment for Caitlin Clark's MVP journey. The team's transformation is evident in their renewed energy. White has instilled a sense of professionalism and seriousness that has completely shifted the Fever's culture. Players who once coasted through practices are now attacking them with playoff-level intensity. The change has been immediate and dramatic, and the entire league is taking notice.
When she got to Indiana, she brought over a lot of the people that she had worked with at the Connecticut Sun. She also brought in players that she was already familiar with, players that she had known even back in their college days. She was on the court immediately with these players as they were bringing in new people in free agency. We have heard from her in multiple interviews. It just seems like there is a level of seriousness with Coach White that they maybe didn't have last year with the Indiana Fever, and I think she gets it. She knows that these women want to win now, and she is ready to do that.
And team chemistry. White brought in personnel she had previously worked with, trusted veterans from her time with the Connecticut Sun, people who already understood her vision. I needed people who spoke the same basketball language, White explained after a recent practice.